Get this game loaded up. Hey now. What would happen if I actually had the headset on, wouldn't it? Alright, we'll start off with the preseason.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
It's gonna be the Eagles.
Continue ahead
obviously.
to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.
This not a drill. Bucket of ice on me, how should I chill? Scope in your mouth, watch how I know how I'm rocking, you know how I'm built. Still in the trenches, we out in the field. If she in her bag, then it's Prada Chanel. The is fake, but she popping for real. Still that way. Run up if you feel that way. You can get this work, but the work don't ship, cause it really don't feel that way. Seen a whole lot of rapping and a whole lot of get like ice. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Talk to me nice. You know I'm an east side, big TDs, never hold rep, that. Top dog since top ramen now, steak and lobster with a shrimp, bad. Big, put a ribbon on it, get you gift, rap, bad, that. Real, never switch, that. Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way. Still broad day, live that way, drill that way. Came a long way, been a long way, been a long way, been a long way, and it's still that way, 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 still that way. I should have served the other one, but he right back for another one. Quarter on the quarter, how you double.
Play mini games to improve your players before the start of the season. Let's see. Why not? Let's. practice passing because I suck at that. Instructions: position your quarterback and time your passes to destroy as many targets as possible. You'll be rewarded more points for better accuracy as well as for hitting deeper targets. Successfully destroying targets will increase your score multiplier, and failing to do so will reset it. Okay. Damn. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try. Damn.
No touch it! No touch!
There we go.
Great. No touch! Great. Set. No touch! Great. Set. No touch!
Hi, Bubba. You didn't quite hit the mark. Yeah, no shit.
Welcome to Weekly Strategy. Each week you can find valuable information about your upcoming opponent. This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent. You can also view more specific play calling information by accessing the full report.
What, Papa? What is it? These guys see my pity? Why is it not showing the game? Has it been this way the whole time? Hi, Bubba. What's up? You look like you've been crying. Are you okay? Hi, were you outside? You feel all wet? Hmm? I love you too, Bubba. Ah, you silly puppy. Why is this not showing up? Like, what is going on? Hmm? That's why. Come on. Still no, huh? We got ways to get around that. Close. Look at that. Well, hello there. You got your toy? You got your toy? Let me see what toy you got. Give me that toy. 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 You silly puppy. Oof. 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 All right. He's ready to see me get my ass handed to me.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Eagles and the Ravens, and it's all up next.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we kick off the preseason. Taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time, but admit it, you're the same.
Let's get this party started.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
All the talk of Jackson leaving the Ravens this offseason was just that. Talk, as the two sides hammered out a deal to make the highest paid player in the NFL. And why would they want to separate? When he has the ball in his hands, great things typically happen.
Oh my God!
Getting more than that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. That was just ugly.
He capped it off too. Orchestrate the drive and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
What?
So that wipes away a big play on the penalty for illegal touching on the outside.
And that's one as a receiver where a lot of times you don't even realize that you've even done it, but just 1 foot goes over the chalk, and you're the first to touch it when you come back in, that's going to be a penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down.
This shit's gonna piss me the fuck off.
It attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Fuck
a
you.
big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. For a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Zero hesitation there. Get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And Dobbins is going to pick up the Ravens' first down.
Spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him and we'll step aside for a moment. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The big man.
Run, fat boy. Run, fat boy.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
A big big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Fuck! What's up, Dragon Ball?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how long can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
About to beat a shit delivery driver that can't follow simple directions from their stupid phone. Heading in the entirely wrong direction for miles before figuring out they Oh, really?
This is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw.
Jesus Christ.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This is twice in 2 days. Different DoorDash driver as well.
6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, you know,
that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
maybe they're having a bad day.
Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if he's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. jet sweep, and instead he'll slow. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 21-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. 46 yards on the ground. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Now it's the backup Mariota. McKinnon is complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Ready, ready. Out of the end zone, boys.
Here's Mariota. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dan Arnold, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Yeah, a lot of pizza joints are using DoorDash versus having their own drivers.
And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
Amazing enough, it's still getting here between the estimated time, which was 8:04.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee.
Shit, I remember the day when you would order from a pizza joint. I forget which one it was.
7-0 lead of theirs, short-lived.
But I remember you used to order a pizza joint. They had 30 minutes to get it to you from the time you placed your order. And if they didn't, it was free.
2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that. Maybe they get this game tied up.
It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game
wow.
so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3.
That was Domino's. They stopped because of too many drivers causing car crashes as well as losing too much money due to late delivery. Right?
See what they decide to do.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just about wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Second down, Mariota.
Oh, fuck me!
He's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
To be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll start out here with the action left. And he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now an option play on second down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Complete to Likely. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They're going for it.
Damn! Still not enough to be edible without reheating. Amazing. Yeah, right?
To the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2. Huntley to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what?
Oh, fucked wide open. Makes you wonder how we did this in decent times without stupid phones. Means that these shits had to do this back in the 80s and 90s. They and been through the F. Yeah, right?
Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. To throw, Huntley. And he's got it. Hang on now, we're going to
yeah, I agree.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
I can't believe what I watched.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's the option. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback, and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way.
Come on, bro. Fuck.
Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped
This
short.
is disgusting.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Get off the field,
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw Mariota. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That is incomplete.
A very limited time left to get in the field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Final play and a half here, Mariota. He's going to go up top again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk
we could
4
skip
games
that.
down to... Most of the starters are likely done. These coaching staffs getting ready to evaluate the youngsters in the second half. And to call the remainder of this preseason opener, we go back to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles ready to go on
No wonder
offense
how
to
much
begin
of
quarter
the
number
profits
3.
the players
This
actually
offense ready
get
for the
from
first
their
drive of the
name
third quarter.
and
Well,
faces
quarters
and
number
gets.
1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some
I would
good offense
imagine
points put
a
up.
good amount.
All tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 7. Now Mariota. Incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as
I'm gonna
defenders.
lose my shit,
I think if
bro.
he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
On 3rd down, Mariota.
I threw it.
The Raiders are able to get to it. Especially here in the preseason, hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him and we'll step aside for a moment. And on
lose this
4th down,
fucking
it's the
game.
punt team sending this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins.
You'd be
We'll
surprised
take
how
a break
many
and come
teams
back. More
want to
preseason
lobby
action in a moment.
property, signing everything away. One sign. Yeah, right.
Follow your man, sideline. Take it to the... Here we go, here we go.
They'll start with the option. Take it and bring it down Broadway. And get this this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt it. First down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, there's still a little bit of disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They go out.
Oh my God! Fucking kidding me?
Tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Looking to throw, McKee. That'll be complete to Tyree Cleveland. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Back to throw, McKee. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Inside handoff, Penny. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. Second and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll take this one down near the 15. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys are playing the inside, those inside
Fucking laying down
certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. McKee now. Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation,
Come on, bro.
they might get radio silence back.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield after one play? It appears that the answer is yes.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more preseason football. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And they run with Edwards off the option. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball.
He's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, the return is Scott. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Give out some pain. Out. Keep it to 22. Do not keep it to 22. Get this stop, defense. Run it down. Defense. One stop.
Penny, a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
There's a ball thrown inside and complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
McKee to throw here. That's complete right side. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Penny is in the end zone. set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Touchdown!
Elliott now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
And score
They
again.
just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
Oh my God. Dude, seriously?
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Again, it's Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. Off the option, here's Edwards. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Tucker's kick is good.
Oh my
And the
God.
sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
So Mariota and the Eagles down 24-21, 33 seconds to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And not a whole lot there. Maybe 3 yards on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Well, it took us until the final play to officially decide to win. At this point, they were so back they were taking a miracle and couldn't get that miracle done.
I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case,
we got
The players on your team earn that. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game.
I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Whole club selling out, the hitters doing stadiums. Small business still come around, they don't survive my ratings.
This is the player card. Here are a player's motivations. How will your
That's what made me rich, the whole club. Clown way too white to be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. So despite bushy best friends with the ops. That you need better styles. Standing on my money, dog. We don't get involved. Ain't nobody running off. Rule to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law. I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Cleveland offense ready to go to work behind the 3-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his second season now as a Brown, number 7 overall.
Just 6 games played for Watson in his debut season with the Browns, which really limited how much he could step into the franchise quarterback role for the team. But he gets a full slate to do so this season. Remember, his last year in Houston, over 4,800 yards. They expect excellence from him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
Especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. The return is Ward. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama and finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback, but last year he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. He's also one of the league's most dangerous players, thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Once again, it's Swift. We'll get a nice chunk there in the 1st first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd down and 4. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to...
And he's going to be taken out here. A sack back in the 32. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right, because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher, because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower. Because he's got to get more distance, that means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Yeah, this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Watson, off play action.
God damn it.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Watson now going to run the option right. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibility, the quarterback has to go through. His job on this play, into a short game, did it to perfection.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run again on
Oh my.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. The defense Steelers look geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that's a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second down and 6 now.
Let's go home. Let's go home.
A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Not too shabby for his first carry in the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Make some good plays today.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, and knocked it free.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Swift going to try up the middle. Able to fight through one tackle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I hate that play.
Well,
I really fucking do.
There really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Working the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. Hurts. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. to the running game with Swift. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time.
Quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And it is into the end zone. DeAndre Swift as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott.
Oh, shit.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that one a 13-play drive in total. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Hey there, viewers.
The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
They'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Throw out wide is incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left the starting quarterback from the 2nd quarter. Otherwise, you would not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you got to get your backups to make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
He got scared.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to pick out the Browns' first down as they'll wind up getting 7 there on 4th and 3. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game.
It sounds more like...
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report.
We were certainly treated to
Coach.
an entertaining first half.
man.
Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really
I know
well
I did.
for them too.
Get out of here with a win,
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. McKee will look to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Are you kidding me?
The whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Get out of here with the W,
McKee.
Shit.
Here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he backs it away and falls down incomplete.
He geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall.
Really?
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That would a first down pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing here, Dobbs. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And right about now, you you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Penny up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, you can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. We'll get a look now at the Eagles class from the 2023 draft, and maybe we should start calling them Georgia North, partner. 3 more Bulldogs added to their defense, all of them at good value, too.
And it lets you know that the GM doesn't let schools
come on, bro.
Remember, he went to Florida, big rival of Georgia, but he wants better players in Philadelphia. And defensive tackle Jalen Carter, pass rusher Nolan Smith on day 1. And then how about later in the draft? Cornerback Keely Ringo, safety Sidney Brown. The rich certainly got richer in Philadelphia.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's going to be Five-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Felton, and he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9.
Second and long. It's really nice to see the offense has enough confidence in this situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games.
Come on! Seriously?
Long distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
First target, first catch, and a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2. Out of the gun, Dobbs. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game. As we continue to hear about big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And it is caught out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw is Dobbs. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively in the 4th quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing.
Especially in today's NFL, which is
well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Back to throw, Dobbs. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's good. Good footwork at the 30.
Come on! Are you fucking kidding me?
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Pressure applied.
Fucking have a seat, bitch.
They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Dobbs, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They can't stop us.
Again, it's Penny. Shedding the tackle and it gives us room. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 31-yard line. 66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Keep it moving.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. Powers through. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Some offense. Not like we do. Defense. I want to see it. We have enough. Get out of here.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
Oh, boys, you got this. Take it to the end zone. Get in that end zone.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Inside handoff, Penny, and they'll get him down right about the 20.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Focus, boys! Focus! Come on, man up! You gotta score right now! All the way!
Delay of game.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
See the replay!
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Looking to throw. McKee.
I fucking threw it.
Go down. Sack back at the 38. Jacob Phillips in there to make the sack. Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh.
Actually. Before we actually start this, take a pause for the cause. Mommy's going to bed. She's going bathroom first, bud. Alright, Bubba. You got your toy. Oh, this will be my last game. What? Madden 24. Win by 17 plus points. 250 plus offensive yards. Allow 20 points or less. Oh, great. Allow 2 or less pass TDs. Okay.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is the number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
The moment Anthony Richardson's name was announced as the 4th pick in the 2023 draft, it changed the landscape and probably our viewing habits with the NFL. He is must-see viewing. Tremendous athlete, not a lot of experience, but the ceiling is high as it possibly can be.
Now a guy who grew up just south of here across the river, Jonathan Taylor. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
That play reminded me of the trash man.
Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Greg Ward deep for Philadelphia. Fielded at the 33. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by someone who has proved doubters wrong his entire career. MVP runner-up a season ago, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
To the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Throwing is Hurts. Looking right side, that's complete to Hurts. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Down from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They run out of the gun with Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash, dropped 25 yards.
I think you have to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1. Swift will take this one in for contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on a short touchdown.
Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead it 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now it's Richardson. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
They go play action with Richardson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Brandon Graham able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sack, and it brings up 4th down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Get out of here with a W offense.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Keep it up, keep it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's keep those sticks moving. Let's go get that 6. Boys, keep it rolling. Plays up there, home.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting rubbed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
The plan was clearly to challenge the second down, but even the extra guy comes up to the he didn't stop it for a play, but getting the blitz and getting down the line of scrimmage.
Really?
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 14. Giving 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this game with the idea to make third down manageable. Completion, right back where they started out. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now the offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
On the return, Boston Scott. And running with power here. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Hurts. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's going to be caught downfield by Blair. And now off to the races to the right side. Touchdown. As the first half is winding down. And the Eagles with extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left.
Right now, but getting this late score in the half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good run. Continues to run. And this offense got left to go to timeout with 5 seconds remaining. A final shot before the half. Richardson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And too much juice. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan. Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. 3rd quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be holding the lead, and they got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? So they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting unit's still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's to his roll back complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Richards into the air on first down. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of
Oh,
schedule.
my
And he's
God.
going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Let's go.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line.
Sometimes you just sit back and look at what you can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And that is well short of the first. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Second down, here's Hurts. He's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part, in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff.
Come on.
Defenses, you're looking for guys that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that part there. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Richardson working from the gun. And he will slide down with a good gain. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Come on, dude.
He's got a man complete, and he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. They'll run with the former Bill, Zach Moss. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Stop right here, one time. Look, defense, one stop.
Defense.
They'll go again here with Moss. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that.
Yeah, the excitement got on that one. The receiver was open.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's going to be sacked. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. On that punt, we got a man shaken up. But injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McKee. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now a 2nd and 10. A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
What?
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd.
That's bullshit.
Give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. McKee will look to throw it. There's the former quarterback, Greg Warren Jr. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
You start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And Minshew with nowhere to go. Stage of perfection that time is a second for a loss of 6.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted. It's spotted at the 14-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
That 1st down, fellas.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a quarterback.
Stop that clock. Knocking down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off. Now it looks like he'll throw here. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. McKee now. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Able to find the open man. It's complete. Well, he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20.
It's a conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a 1st down, but it's a big play to boot.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Penny up the middle. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's McKee. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense called rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Looking to throw. McKee. Incomplete. So decision time now because the field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
That's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So Minshew and the Colts now down by 8. A little over 80 ticks to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. This one complete to Doolin. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now Minshew. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there. And that's the game. Stop from him. He's been off the left. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Minshew. And he can't get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll look to throw. And he can't get the throw off. He's taken down. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. We'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. McKee now to throw. Drops this one down to Gainwell. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can let it out from here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean with 2 no turnovers in this contest.
I think you're exactly
What you mean you don't know how I'm stepping? What you mean you don't know what I'm repping? I'm feeling my hood like they call me the blessing. You jacking my side, you gotta come and check in. At the way it get hectic, don't let me slide up on you, no electric. You hit them like it's Tetris. You felt the way, and all you do is text.
Welcome to your franchise staff. Here you find the right coach. Staff points can be used across when you have enough staff to see what effect some talent trees make you select a path to follow.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions. Am I not the picture of resilience?
That
Why
is
they just my patience? Hyping all this
gonna
pain.
call it quits
No
for
one got a
me.
brain, they just be liking all the same. Is this what the-
I hope he's enjoyed. Anybody watches this later like we see, please give me a follow. I greatly appreciate it. And as always,